Hello everybody, welcome to White Tiger Tarot. Today's reading is to pick a card on what Spirit's advice on your current situation. So whatever's going on, we're going to get advice for you straight from Spirit. So I'm just going to sage the space. I always do this, by the way, but I just don't do it on camera and I don't know why. Let me know in the comments if I should make it a part of my reading ritual. Okay. Clearing the space for only light and love, the only highest of beings to enter this space, to be with us, to guide us, for everyone coming to this reading's highest good and for the highest good of all. Thank you, and so be it. Okay, guys, so I'm going to give you guys some time to meditate on your cards, and then we'll get right into it. Hello, pile number one. Welcome to your reading. Thank you for being with me here today. Super looking forward to this reading and seeing what's going on with you guys and what advice Spirit has for you all. So let's get right into it with some oracle cards. So what's going on? I mean, this could be so many different things. Spirit, source, energy. What advice do you have for pile one? The Tower card, what's going on? Could be, okay, you got two. Could be, you know, with the Tower always brings in a lot of change, a lot of like, it doesn't, you know, necessarily have to be bad, but it's definitely like foundational shifts and changes. That's like, it shakes things up so that we change or so that we move in a situation or that we, you know, something has to change now because, you know, this building's on fire in some way. Yeah, it's like we must take action because there's something that's happened that is forcing us to do something. Okay, so you have card number 12, the Mantis Beings. It says Enigma, Elusive, Sensitive. Okay. And we have the Ebons, which is Mystery, Reading Between the Lines, Intuition. Okay. What other oracle are we going to use here? Okay, we'll use this deck. Okay, so pile number one. What advice from Spirit do you have? Two again, okay. Okay, so we have lightning. And we have Earth's Heart. Interesting, this came up in a reading just recently. Okay, so I'm going to keep them like that. Sorry, there isn't a lot of room here. I might have to even move things around. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Spirit wants me to use this deck for you guys. This is the After Tarot, by the way. Okay, so for pile number one, what advice do you have on their current situation? What's going on? Okay, so we have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Pentacles. And we have the Three of Swords. Healing. Healing from something here. Oh. Oops. Yeah, we have the Moon. So a lot of like mystery, a lot of unknown energy here. Like that's maybe what the phase you're in, and it's like it feels, because we have elusive, enigma, mystery, reading between the lines, intuition. I mean, that's all basically Moon energy, Cup energy. We have a lot of that here. So yeah, and with the Three of Swords, I mean, maybe you're kind of, you've had some kind of upsetting happening recently. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, we have two more. Okay. And we have the King of Pentacles. And we have the Hierophant. Interesting. These are both Taurus cards. I don't know if that is a significant person for you. Doesn't have to be, of course. Interesting. Okay, so it seems like there's like either something big happening right now that feels intense. It feels intense. It feels unknown. It feels like almost hostile. See with the dogs here barking at her, like they look really ferocious almost. And she's like, I'm unsure, like these dogs look scary. And their tails between their legs, you know, it looks like they could bite her, they could attack her. And it's like something big is happening. So either a big change, or it's like it feels like something's falling apart, or it feels like something big is changing and I don't have control and I don't know the answers and I don't know what's happening. I don't know. I can't see what's going on in front of me. We have the Moon here as well. We have the Moon here, and you see here it's like barren, it's empty, it looks mysterious, it looks kind of scary. And this one reminds me of like a child's room. Yeah, that's interesting. Sorry, that's just catching my eye, and I don't know why at this moment, but I'm sure I will. And yeah, it's like I feel like there's so much going through your head. There's so many unknowns to this, and I feel like you're kind of trying to figure out the situation and kind of trying to look at like the good and the bad of everything and being like, okay, I don't know if this is good or bad. I don't know, what to do with this, where to go with this. I don't know what's happening totally, But it's interesting because it's like whatever this was, it's like maybe this has been happening for a while. It's been feeling shaky. It's been feeling like I'm in the unknown. It feels like I don't have the answers. I'm kind of just going with it. This is basically saying, it's a very interesting message, that you've been collecting what you needed from it, even if it didn't feel like it. It's like you've been collecting the necessary information or the necessary lessons from all of this disappointment, from all of this hurt, or from all of this, like, maybe fighting or whatever this has been for you, rejections or just like disappointments, that kind of thing. It's like it hurt, right? But it was there for a reason, to teach you something. It was actually there for your highest good, and it was actually there to bring you to stability. Okay? With the King of Pentacles here and the Hierophant, this was like And the fact that they came out together, this is saying that this was divinely guided. This was there to teach you something, a very needed and high spiritual lesson to further you along your path, to lead you to a more wise place, to lead you to a more stable place. So it's like all of this unknown and all of this shakiness, all of this instability was actually leading you to stability, which is like, it's so crazy. Yeah, it's like you were having to always kind of look at what was going on. Okay, what's going on? What can I change? What can I do to make this better? Or what can I do to make myself better so this gets easier in some way? Or how can I, it's like, because you had to analyze all the time because it was so unknown, right? Or it was so just like ungrounded. It forced you to like take your time and really look at something, whether that be yourself, whether that be the situation, whether that be, your, yeah, if this has been work, if this has been a relationship that's triggered this, whatever it's been, it forced you to really take stock of okay, what is it? Why is this happening? How can I change to change this? Or what can I do to change this? And that it had to happen that way so that you would take stock of all this stuff, and so that you would take the value, and you took the valuable bits of all of this stuff, of all of this, unfortunate, or this disappointment, or this hurt that's been happening, all this shakiness. You learned and took the most important information, valuable information that you could, in order to make something stable, in order to actually create a stable foundation for yourself. And this sounds nuts, but it wouldn't have happened without this huge shakeup, without this foundational shift. You wouldn't have learned these valuable things. You wouldn't have been able to take it and then start growing, start doing the base level work, like building a house, right? You need to build the foundation first, before then the flooring, then the framing. Or I've never built a house, but maybe that's how it goes. Maybe it's foundation framing. I don't know. Okay, but you get the point. It felt really like maybe even, yeah, aggressive at times. There's been a lot of fighting. There's been a lot of aggression, or just uneasiness. But it was so you could, it was so that you would look at it and be like, okay, is it me or is it the situation? And how can I change to better this, or to better myself? Because this just doesn't seem right, or it's like, I want this to be better. And that's why it had to be this way. That's why it had to be a little scary, or it had to be a little bit shaky, unknown, a little bit, uneasy. It's because you were meant to look at everything, why it was all happening, what you can do to change yourself, change the situation. But now, I mean, I'm going to get more information on this, but this is saying like, you have a big purpose here, okay? So you have a big purpose here with the lightning, with the Earth's heart, and with these two cards here. This is like, you're building like a very solid foundation, not only like emotionally, spiritually, but financially as well. This has taught you on like what you need to do to like really build your life into something that's super comfortable, very financially stable, emotionally stable, right? Yeah, it's like it's taught you hard work. It's taught you, I feel like, also like deep wisdom. Like you've gained a lot of wisdom. You took the very important pieces that the universe tried to give you. You took them, and you're now going to use those to build something very, very solid and very foundational for yourself. Yeah, something that, I mean, some of you could definitely one day write about all that's happened in some capacity, or like turn it into a way to make money somehow. Maybe counseling, speaking, teaching, something, or just, sharing healing in some way. Okay. But yeah, this is saying like, this is actually healing now. All this stuff that's been happening, you're healing from it, and and you're coming out of this now. And it was all there because you have a big purpose here. You have something big to create on this earth. You have something big to build, and that wasn't going to happen unless you went through all of these things and collected this, very, very deep wisdom, these lessons from it all to build it. And so that's why it was there. But yeah, stability and wisdom are on the other side of this. And so that's basically what they want to tell you, is that they don't want you to worry. Like they want you to know they know it's been hard for you, and it's been scary, and to not know all the answers, but you've been gaining like such valuable information and lessons and skills that you need on your journey ahead. To, like, we go from the Knight of Pentacles here, like he just, he's been practicing, he's been gardening, right, with the 7. He's been taking stock, okay, what's working, what's not working on this crop. So what can I do next year to double my crop or to make it even better, right? How much more sunlight do I need to give it? How much more fertilizer do I need to give it? How much more pruning do I need to do for next year? And see, he's taking his most prized stock here, and he's like, okay, cool. This is the one that I'm going to take from this era, or this version, or this crop. This was the most valuable one. This is the one I learned the most from. This is the one I did the best. And I'm going to grow this next year, right? Now we get to plant new seeds. And this is what we're building with the new seeds, is we're going from the Knight, doing that diligent work, that slow but very important work, and we're building and building into the King, where it's like now it takes care of itself. Now we're sitting pretty, we have our own, empire, if you want to call it that. He's covered in grapes, which grapes represent abundance, but it also represents skill, because it takes a lot of skill to make good grapes. And that's what you've been learning, is the skill to create this solid foundation for yourself, so that you can be, maybe, I did notice the children, this card reminded me of like a child's room. So maybe some of you are parents, and, maybe things have been rocky in the recent past, or the current time. And it's because there's something that you needed to learn from that to build a more solid foundation for you and your family. Okay, so that you can be a very wise and good example for them in their life, so that they can see that you know what it takes to build something, that you have the patience and the diligence and just the knowledge and wisdom to create something and to maintain it and to contain it. And they're going to be looking up to you. You're definitely going to be looked up to, very, very respected. Okay, that's what this was happening. It's so that it's like it's gaining more respect, it's gaining more wisdom, more intelligence, more patience and understanding for what your life is where it's trying to take you. So yeah, and with the Earth's heart here, this is saying, like, we might not know all the answers, right? We might not be able to see or know what exactly is happening. Like, we might not be able to see what the Earth's core is made of, but we can trust, we can still connect with the Earth. And it's talking about intuition, and we have intuition again here. And with the moon, it's talking about going with your intuition. Your intuition has been leading you correctly this whole time, even if it didn't feel like it, even if it felt really shaky or really unknown or really scary. You've been making the right choices. You've been moving in the right direction. You've been gaining the knowledge, wisdom that you've needed to. So they're like, keep moving, keep trusting yourself. What you're feeling is right. So keep it moving, keep going. You're going to find everything that you need. Read between the lines, do what's best. You know in your heart what is best, and so keep doing that. Let's get some, I'll get a little bit of further information for you guys. So, I just had a question, just left me. Okay, so what should pile 1 be focusing on? What should pile 1 focus on? What should pile 1 be focusing on, Spirit? Thank you. Look at that, beautiful. We have the sun. What makes you happy? What makes you joy? Oh, look at that. The sun and the 4 of Wands, guys. Beautiful. What makes you happy? Maybe you're in a relationship and maybe it has been shaky, for some of you. This doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. This could be any relationship that is around you, or just like a friend community. But this is saying, I think this is saying, giving you advice on what you should focus on, but I also feel like this is like a reassuring message that whatever this thing is that's been shaky, whether this has been with a boss, a partner, a friend, whoever this is with, that there is great hope here, okay? The sun is going to shine on you guys. This is going to get so much easier and so much happier and so much more joyful. Like the 4 of Wands talks about marriage. It talks about harmony, community, and stability, which is a big thing that we've been talking about here. So just know that and see how he's in this boat here. He's moving towards stability. We're moving towards happiness. The sun is going to shine on you guys. I promise. This unknown dark gray energy that is leaving, and because you've learned what you needed to out of it, you took the best parts of it, you acted in the highest way that you could with the circumstances given, and you gained the knowledge, you gained the gold out of it, and now you're getting to build. So now the next step is building on a new solid foundation, something that's happier, something that's a lot more stable, steady, and just brighter, happier. This is like, this is enlightenment. That's the word I wanted, especially with the Hierophant here. It's like seeing higher purposes for everything, understanding why everything had to happen the way it did, and then understanding truly, and then coming together in union and just being so grateful, so happy, and not wanting to change any of it because it brought you here. It brought you both, whatever this is with you, and it doesn't have to be a person, it could be a career or something like that, but it's bringing you both together. It's like I had to go through all that because if I didn't, this wouldn't be able to have happened. So this could be like you guys learning karmic lessons. Maybe there was a lot of things from your past that had to come up so you could heal. Maybe you were both going through things like that. You know, or it was like life was teaching you tough lessons. Straight up. It was like you were facing all the demons, you were facing, you know, so much. And that was all to bring you, and now it's going to be finished, and you needed to do that so that you had the solid foundation to build upon, so that this you wouldn't have to repeat this. It's over now. The sun, we're literally going from the moon to the sun, night to day. Okay, complete opposite energy, illumination, yeah, just happiness, joy, and moving straight into community, into celebration, love, freedom. It's a card of freedom as well. And just feeling, I just feel elated from these two energies here. Stable, happy, grateful. And grateful that everything happened the way it did, because if it didn't, we wouldn't be able to get to this point. Okay? Everything happened for a reason. Everything's happening for a reason. Keep listening to your intuition. Listen to your heart, because it's been guiding you correctly. You do know the answer. You do know what to do. Trust yourself, okay? Trust what you want. Trust where your heart's leading you, okay? Trust where you what is the, you know, highest answer? What would be the best thing? And you know that. You know, okay? You are very in tune with a deep wisdom, okay? And it's truly been guiding you. So keep listening to that. And I promise you it's going to get better. It's going to get a lot better, like night and day difference. It's crazy. It's like you're just ending a karmic cycle. And it's hard to do that. Oh my gosh, it's stressful. It's so tough. But you guys are coming to the end of that. And now it's like you're building something that's completely new, and it's going to feel so much lighter, so much better. And it's all going to be worth it. You're going to be so grateful and happy that you did it, and that it's over, and that now you get to enjoy and yeah, be in this celebratory energy, be in this lightness, in this happiness. Okay, that is here for you guys, and that is what's happening. Okay, so that is your advice from Spirit on your current situation, and what beautiful advice Spirit came through for you guys. I feel you guys, you know, I feel like everyone has a period in their life, maybe multiple, where they have to do this and be so strong. And you did it, and you got through it. And now is the time of like reward and lightness. And I know you can feel that. I know you can feel it's almost over. Okay. And so yeah, enjoy it. Enjoy it and keep moving with your intuition, because your intuition is correct. Okay. So wherever that takes you, whatever it's saying, that is the right thing to do. Okay. And it's not going to come from fear. It's going to come from what you think is best. What is the highest path for you? What is the most stable path? What's going to bring you the most stability, and also what's the right thing for your soul? What's the right thing here in this situation? Right? Because yeah, there is union, there is celebration, there is sun, there is bright, there is illumination, joy. All right. Okay, pile one, thank you so much for coming to your reading today. I appreciate you guys so much. And I'm sorry you guys are going through this. I know it's been tough, but I promise you You're almost there. And keep listening to your intuition. It's guiding you here. Okay? So keep going. Your intuition has not been wrong. All right? Even if it hasn't felt clear, or if you didn't feel like it's been right, it has been. Okay? So keep going. You guys are amazing and you're almost there. All right? So all of my blessings along your path. If this has resonated with you, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss another reading. Comment on, what's been going on, or what this, if you can see what's happening, if there's a big decision to make, if you're like wondering, should I go here, should I go there, or if there's like choices to make here, definitely go with your highest joy. Go with what's best for you, and you'll know what that is. But let me know in the comments. I would love to hear it, guys. So I hope to see you on the next one. All of my love. Peace. Hello, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. We're looking at what advice Spirit has for your current situation. So I have no idea what it's going to be. I mean, taking a look at the Queen of Pentacles here, it could be about work, it could be about your company, your creative, your money situation, something you're building, something foundational, your stability in some way. So let's get started. I'm just going to clear the space from pile 1. So guides of pile 2, if you could please be with us here, guiding us for the highest good of pile 2 and for the highest good of all. We're going to start with our Martian cards. Oops. Okay. So, Spirit, for pile 2, what advice do you have for them on their current situation? What advice do you have for them on their current situation? Come on, Spirit. What advice do you have for pile number 2 on their current situation? Okay, we might have to split the deck. Kind of being quiet here. All right. Actually, I'm going to go with this one. Okay. So we have vegans, solitude, independent, peace. Okay, so yeah, independence for sure goes with the Queen here. Okay, we're gonna get one of these, and I would say peace as well. Okay, we got 2 of these. Okay, so you have summer. Nice, and it's kind of that abundant energy of the Queen of Coins, where it's like everything's kind of blossoming, blooming. It's time for, collecting. That's when like fruit blossoms. So maybe you guys have been going through kind of a winter energy, and now it's time for summer. So it's basically saying like, yes, things are getting ripe now, ripe to produce, to pick. The fruit is coming there, and becoming more independent, becoming more comfortable. And look, we have the darkening. So yeah, like I said, going from a place of darkness, going from a place of, maybe things were, this reminds me of hibernation with this snake here. Maybe things were in hibernation, and now they're coming out to the light and actually blossoming like a winter, Things are a little bit slow, or not producing Okay, so let's see which deck Spirit wants you guys to use. Okay, so you guys are getting the in-between tarot. Okay. So Spirit, what does pile number 2 need to know? Okay, so exactly what we were saying here. You have the moon, okay? So, and this is, oh my gosh, the exact message. Okay, you've been in a place of darkness. You've been in a place of unknown, of like, this guy is like floating. He's maybe lost at sea. That's kind of what it reminds me of. It's been night, and he's like, I don't know where I'm headed. I don't know, what's going on. I'm kind of just going with it. I'm kind of powerless to the universe. But look, we go from the moon to the sun, right? Because this is the in-between tarot. Your literal ship is heading towards the sun with the summer here. It's brightening now. The sun is coming up. So whatever was not working, whatever was like stagnant, not producing, not moving, we are now moving to a time of abundance, of growth, of finally things are moving, things are working in our favor. And could you get any better than that? Then right next is the 10 of coins, the 10 of pentacles. You guys are building something massive, okay? I feel like you guys are going from like look how stunned this guy looks. Like, you won't believe it. You're not going to believe the abundance that is coming for you guys. It's like after all this time, it hasn't been working. There's been nothing. And now it's like, like things are going to start happening so fast. They're going to start popping up like insane that you're going to be shocked. And, maybe I feel like this is definitely has to do with your guys' money situation. I mean, definitely with the Queen of Pentacles and the 10. And so this could be with like a project that you've been working on, or a business you've been trying to grow, or your career. Like maybe you've been kind of stagnant in your career, and then all of a sudden you get a huge raise, right? This could be, I mean, for some of you, this could definitely be an inheritance of some kind. And it's just like all of a sudden you're like, you go from nothing to like everything. And you're like, holy crap, I did not expect this. But it's see, it says equality now at the top. It's like now's the time for this equal energy. It's like you have been working so hard. You've been working on your energy. You've been working at something very, very diligently with no like equal energy exchange. So you've been working even in the dark, even when it wasn't producing. You kept going. You kept trusting in the universe. And now the universe is giving you, it's time for equal return on all of your work and all of your efforts. Yes. Guys, this is amazing. Okay, let's keep going. I mean, do we even need any more? Yeah, 8 of coins. What you've been working on, what you've been mastering. Yeah, it's like... This reminds me of like, we literally have the star here. So it's like you are rising above the rest. You have either something to offer, something to say, something to give the people. And the people are going to start responding to you like crazy. So this is the 8 of coins going into the 9. Gaining independence, gaining freedom, financial freedom, gaining, you're mastering something, you have something of great value to offer people that they are going to all of a sudden be super like turned on to, into it. They're going to want it. They're going to want to either know what you're selling. They're going to want to, have what it is. It's like all eyes are going to be on you for whatever reason for this thing. And you're going to make a lot of financial gains from this. It's going to create a lot of freedom in your life with the eagle. And the star reminds me of like America, right? It's like freedom, independence, peace, right? It's going to create a lot of peace in your heart and in your life, because I know it's been hard and stressful. So this money is going to create a lot of peace for you. It's going to create, a more calm, stable foundation for you. But it's definitely something that you've been working really hard towards. Okay. And now people are going to start noticing. People are going to start, looking at you like, what is it? Wow, what is this? You've been really, all of a sudden, it's like, you've been working so hard and it just hasn't been working, or no one's been noticing, but now all of a sudden people notice. 8 of Cups to the 9 of Cups. Yeah. Like, the 8 of Cups is leaving something behind, but usually in the regular tarot, in this one, it's interesting because she left somewhere, right? She left land on this boat to go fishing, and she's caught a fish. Okay? So she maybe took a bit of a risk, going off land onto a boat to go catch food. And I feel like that's what you've been doing. You've been like going out trying things to gain something. And now the 9 of Cups is about to happen. You're about to gain the very thing that you set out to catch, to get. And the fish is on the line, okay? And so you're reeling it in. That's what's happening. This is incredible. Yeah, tons of abundance. You're catching the very thing that you've been trying for, that you've been going out, setting out to get. Okay, it's the 9 of Cups is a dream come true. It's a wish granted, and that's why we have the star as well here. There's a wish that you have, that you've been trying towards, that you've been going out and putting efforts in, and maybe she's been out fishing for days, for weeks, for months, for years, not catching anything. All of a sudden she catches the most rare fish, or the fish that she's wanted for this whole time, for so long. And then after she catches this one fish, it's going to turn into, every time she goes out she catches multiple fish. Okay, so it's like, for whatever reason, this energy is it's shifting. It's going from night to day. It's going from darkness to light. It's going from nothing to everything. So it's the diligence, it's just the effort. I wouldn't be surprised if we get the Wheel of Fortune. It's just like the timing of everything. Now's the time. Okay? You've now put in enough work. It's ready. It's ready. People are now starting to pay attention. You're catching the eyes of people. Yeah, so 6 of Swords talks about going to more calmer waters, more peace. So it's talking about leaving a difficult situation into something more peaceful, more harmonious. More aligned with us. It's like it's leaving something that felt maybe threatening, or felt scary, unknown. It just felt like maybe I'm up against so much. Yeah. Look, it felt like this is interesting. So we have the 8 of Wands here. So it's like fast. This is happening very, very fast, very quick. Things are catching on quickly. It's like, oh. It's almost like something's been hiding, or you've been hiding. It's like they couldn't see you. That's interesting. It's like they couldn't see you before. And now it's like you're lit up. And it's like now you're showing it off. Or now it's like it's just catching the attention of everyone. People who have been sleeping on you, or it's like they've been sleeping for some reason. They couldn't see you. And now, for whatever reason, maybe something you do, something you say, something you put out, it's catching like wildfire. Yeah. And it's like people are going to start talking, they're going to start spreading it. And it's like, this could be word of mouth, this could be, online. But 8 of Wands talks about very fast, passionate energy. And yeah, this is just catching on like crazy. Yeah, the people who slept on you are gonna regret it, definitely. Wow, you have 3 8s. That's insane. So eights talk about like it's the infinity loop, right? So it talks about abundance as well. Like eight is definitely a card of great abundance. What comes around goes around. It's like this infinite loop of prosperity. So that's what you guys are going into. It's like once it catches, there's no stopping it. And it's going to, you're going to get a lot of messages. I feel like maybe a lot of online attention. Maybe you're some kind of influencer or personality, or maybe you just sell something online, or you just have something to offer. And now it's like the internet's catching on to it, or people are talking about you, and it might even be so much where you kind of feel like you should hide sometimes. Like you need to hide from all the attention, or from all the people looking like, hey, can I get a this? Can I, I need, it's like you're going to have so many offers that you're going to feel like I need to duck out. I have to be careful. I have to say no, or I just have to like go offline for a while to just, create some space or create some alone time so that people, or it's like, yeah, maybe you become really well known for this thing. And so people are like, oh, hey, when you go out, you're like, maybe you're recognized a lot. And so you kind of have to like hide, play it low key. But yeah, it's crazy. This is like high end energy. Like you guys are building something like legacy level. You're catching something, it's catching on like wildfire, definitely. People are going to be looking to you for this thing, for what it is you do. They're going to seek you out. They're going to be looking for you, and at first it's going to be shocking. It's like something's catching. Something's catching here. And it's like you go from like, no one knows me, I'm in the middle of the ocean, floating by, I'm doing my thing, I'm alone, to like, whoosh. It's like all eyes and all ears are looking to you for what you have to say, or for what you have to give. It's like they can't get enough. This is nuts. Yeah, it's like you go from like complete solitude, and you might miss it sometimes. You might miss this solitude and peace of this like of not being known, or not being so popular, not being so successful, because it was peaceful, right? But this is saying just whenever you need a break, take it, and just go off with your family or friends to like, still do the things that create peace in your life. Solitude is going to be very important for you, because I feel like that you've cultivated it and it is something that you enjoy. So definitely make sure that, I feel like this is your advice, is things are going to start blowing up for you. So when you need it, when you feel overwhelmed, duck out with people you trust, whether that's your family or friends or whatever, and go somewhere that you need that solitude, you need that alone time to recharge, so that you can maintain this and keep it up, and keep your message, or keep your product, or whatever your service to its highest degree, and so you can keep the flame going, you can keep it alive, you can keep it well, and so you don't burn out. Right? Make sure you get lots of sleep, right? When your flame it's feeling small, when it's feeling low, rest, okay? Do things that you enjoy. Go out in nature, those kinds of things. Because, the energy is flipping completely. So it's going to maybe be a little overwhelming at times. As amazing as it's going to be, and it will be, it's going to feel amazing to have success, and it's going to feel like you are living your dream. But it, of course, with anything, you know, it can get overwhelming. It can get too much at times. So just make sure that, you know, keep your boundaries strong. You don't have to say yes to everybody all the time. When you feel tired, when you feel like you've had enough and you don't, you know, you want to be alone, do it. Don't say yes. You know, it's okay to dip back into the solitude. You're not going to lose everything. It's okay to say no. It's not going to disappear on you. You know, they'll still be there wanting their thing, wanting you in some capacity. Okay? So don't worry about that. But that's Spirit's advice for you is to, you know, maintain yourself, maintain your health. Yeah, your sleep, your solitude, your peace. Yeah, because things are about to get a lot crazier for you. They're gonna be amping up. You're gonna be gaining a lot more success. It might be very quick, so it might be a little overwhelming. But I mean, this is great news to get, right? So let's get a little bit. Yeah, let's see if Spirit has any last advice for my pile number twos. Any last advice? 7 of coins. Yeah, taking stock. When you're maybe burnout. 2 of wands. Can I just get one more? Knight of Cups. Yeah, I feel like this is saying make sure to look at, like, take stock of like how you're feeling, take stock of what's happening. You know, reflect a lot on yourself, on, you know, how you're feeling, how your family is doing, and friends and close people to you. Just to make sure that, you know, you don't separate, or, you know, there doesn't become any bad, you know, like neglecting relationships and things like that. That's what I'm getting here with this. So just make sure that you're doing a lot of self-reflection. You're still making time for yourself. You know, you're still self-improving, and always be improving. So even when you get comfortable, you know, don't stop growing and looking at what you're doing, looking at what you've built and what you produce, what you create, and keep, you know, revising, keep looking at it to make it better, to make it grow, to make sure that it's going in the right direction, and it still holds true to your values. It still holds true to your heart and the reasons why you started this. And so you're never, you know, yeah, you're never like betraying your own heart. You're never betraying yourself in getting caught up in maybe, you know, the money or maybe fame for some of you, or just the recognition. It's just saying, like, always be taking stock of what it is you're doing, who you are. Are you still, you know, true to yourself? You know, keep your message to what you know, value in your life, and just make sure that you're always moving in the direction of your heart, and of, you know, listening to your intuition. Listening is like, what am I doing this in the most loving way? Is this the most loving direction I can be moving in? You know, so always just taking stock and coming back to yourself, coming back to your center, and then kind of deciding, making decisions from that point, instead of like getting so caught up in maybe the, you know, excitedness of it all, and just like being like, oh, it's like, come back with every decision you have to make. Come back to your heart, come back to, your intuition and make sure that you're making decisions from the right place and not maybe what's just exciting in that moment. Make sure you kind of come from a emotionally stable place when making decisions. So that is your advice going forward. But this is super exciting, Pile 2. Congratulations on all your success. I mean, I don't know if you've gotten a taste of this yet, but maybe not. But it is coming very, very soon with the Eight of Wands. The sun is almost, fully up. You're very close here if you haven't already, begun to see little trickles in. So, yeah, building something very foundational, huge, that you can, maintain, and almost like you can pass this down, So it's not like quick success. This is very foundational for you. So congratulations. This is amazing. Keep growing. Keep your heart in the right place when making decisions and making calls. And that will guide you in the right direction every single time. Don't be at odds with yourself. Don't go against your values. And you will be just fine. Okay? So thank you so much for everything. Thank you for being here. If this resonated with you, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss another video, and please comment with what this dream and what you're building, what you've been working on. If you've started to see progress in any way, let me know. Because I'm super excited for you guys. This is incredible. It's huge. So have a lot of fun, and just remember to stay grounded and centered, and everything will run very smoothly. So enjoy, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. All of my love. Peace. Hi, Pile 3. Welcome to your White Tiger Tarot reading. We're taking a look at what advice Spirit has for you on your current situation. So you guys chose the Five of Swords. So you could be going through or have been going through something difficult, where maybe it's felt unfair. Like maybe people have been taking from you unfairly, or life's just been unfair, or just feels like maybe a lot's been getting cut out of your life, something like that. But let's see. We're gonna take a look and see what Spirit has to say, and we're just gonna cleanse the space very quickly first. Okay. So all the guides of Pile 3, please come through for their highest good, with clear, concise, and accurate messages, and for the highest good of all. Thank you for being with us here today. We're going to first take a look at some alien oracle. Okay, so for Pile 3, what advice do you have on their current situation, on what they're currently going through or experiencing? Pile 3, guides of Pile 3, advice. Okay, thank you. So yeah, this totally goes with the Five of Swords energy. You guys maybe been dealing with someone difficult. It says predator, survival, tyrannical. So yeah, maybe a little, it doesn't have to be so intense, like tyrannical, it's intense kind of energy. But it's felt unfair. It's felt, maybe someone has felt a little bit tyrannical, like being a little bit controlling, or just harsh, not being fair, kind of not thinking about your feelings, So we're going to also get some alchemy cards. Okay. Okay, so Pile 3, thank you. Yeah, so we have Mercury here. So Mercury talks about communication. It's the planet of communication. So maybe you guys haven't been communicating, and it's kind of created this energy. Yeah, I'm gonna get one more card for you guys. I didn't do this for the other piles, but I just feel called for it. Oh, two. Did you see that? Okay. Oh, beautiful. So this is a little bit of reassurance and love from your guides. It says, you are on fire with success through the radiant energy of the sun. Dreams are coming true, targets are being reached, and innocence is being rewarded. Your children or your creations are soaring into a bright future with uplifting fortunes beckoning. So if you've been worried about, you know, your family or creations of yours, like maybe this is to do with your career, and maybe your boss has been like riding you lately, or like just not being fair. You've been putting in all this work and they're just like maybe not appreciating it, or gave something that you wanted to someone else, or keeping something to themselves, or you know, someone's just kind of trying to maybe shit on your idea or whatever. Yeah, the spirit wants to say that the sun is here, like you are on the right course, and the sun will be shining for you soon. Look at that. What do we say with Mercury? Communication, right? It's the god of communication. It's the planet of communication. And then we got the card communication. Use your powers of communication to win over others. Convey your thoughts through empathy and articulation. Your voice has to be heard because the matter commands attention. Patient and skillful communication is needed at this time. So you have to communicate. You have to communicate how you're feeling, how this person's making you feel, or how the situation's making you feel. There's something here that you need to express, and that's very vital here. It's very key to, and once you do, you'll notice that it's like the energy is going to shift. You guys are going to be able to open communication, and this is not going to feel so tough anymore. It's not going to feel so detrimental. You guys are actually going to be able to come to an understanding, come to realization that maybe they weren't understanding you, or you weren't understanding them at some level, and it's kind of created them into maybe this monster that they really aren't. And all it took was some communication here to kind of break the ice, break it down. How are you feeling about this? Well, this is how I feel about it. About, you know, and this is how you've been making me feel. And they'll be like, oh my gosh, are you serious? I had no idea. You know, we can kind of create monsters in our heads when we don't communicate with each other, or we don't tell someone how we've been feeling, right? About something they've been doing or saying, or a certain situation. It's like there is definitely, communication is key here. Okay, so I am going to get your cards. Spirit's going to guide me. Okay. Okay, so this is your deck. Okay, so I guess that card is meant for you. So the High Priestess. Listening to your intuition. Let that guide you. Let your empathetic, intuitive heart guide you, guide this conversation, guide this communication. Yeah, come from a place of wisdom, of understanding. You know, don't come from a place of anger. Come from, you know, do some meditation, centering yourself. Come from, yeah, this place of real, like, yeah, wisdom and intelligence. You know, take what you've been learning spiritually and put it into practice, because this situation, it can be solved. It can turn around very quickly and to a very bright and like successful, radiant situation where it's like something that you want, and all it takes is communication here. And I feel like your intuition's been guiding you towards doing this, and maybe you've been putting it off because of fear or whatever. It's maybe intimidating, but it needs to happen. Yeah, temperance. We have healing here, so the situation can be healed. This is big energy with the High Priestess and Temperance. This is a lot of spiritual intelligence, a lot of healing. Okay, this situation needs healing. It needs you to come from a place of patience, of love, of understanding, of compassion. Okay, so that's the place you need to tune into and come to the table with. Okay, because if it comes from a place of maybe sorrow or doubt or fear or anger, it's not going to create this needs to be a place of communication from wisdom, from understanding, from compassion. Okay, and being honest about your true feelings, about how this is making you feel. And it's like, it almost like it needs to come from not a reactive place, but a place of like, I've been really thinking about this, about how I want to say this, about, where I'm coming from a deeply intuitive and wise place within me. And that's going to create healing here, because they're going to hear that. You can hear when it's coming from a place of goodness, of, this is something that it's important to me. I really need to share. We need to talk, right? Yeah. Oh, we have the Five of Swords again. Okay, so this is the Five of Swords again here. So yeah, it's like there has been unfairness. Definitely, there has been a lot of unfairness in this situation, and that needs to be communicated. It's not, it's not fair, and it's not right. It's not right for you or this person to keep it going in the way, because they're not going to learn and you're not going to get any resolution. Six of Pentacles, okay? This is reciprocal energy. This is a give and a take, okay? So once you give from a place, once you can be like, look, this is what I need. This is how I've been feeling, and the energy is going to open up. It's going to be reciprocal. We're going to be able to we're going to both feel good. We're going to both feel better, and we'll come to a resolution. We'll come to a place of understanding. Look at this. It's two people mirroring each other. So if I can come to you with compassion, with goodness in my heart, with love, for you, for this thing, for this connection, or for this purpose, then that other person can mirror you, and we can come to an understanding. Because if you come from a place of anger or hurt or, grief, sadness, and it's okay to feel those things, of course, but we want to come from a place of balance and of deep wisdom. So once we do that, they can match us at that place. Once we come to from a higher place, they can also meet us at a higher place. Okay, and it will create balance. It will create understanding, reciprocal energy. Okay. And yeah, we have the Ace of Materials, Ace of Pentacles. So this is that same. It's like, it's going to create this gift. It's going to create an opportunity. It's going to create, the Pentacles is like a physical. It could be something physical, but this to me it creates like peace, understanding, a place of new growth, new opportunity to grow. And it's like we're starting from a place of peace and of centeredness, and then we can build from that. So it could be this could be a job where it creates money for you. It creates actual physical value. And your energy is going to start being reciprocated in the form of payment, right? It doesn't have to be. It's not going to be for everyone, but for a lot of you, yeah, it's like once you can communicate, hey, I've been working my ass off here for years for you. Or don't say it like that, okay? I feel like that's the energy that I'm feeling. That's how you feel. But like don't come from that place. Come from a place of, hey, look, I work hard. I love this company. I really admire the work that is done here. I admire you, and I want to make this work, but I feel that I'm not getting proper compensation for the work that I've been putting in. Okay, and they'll be like, wow, yeah, you are. Let me look at, the books, because you have been working really hard, and I'm sorry if I haven't appreciated that. But let me see what I can do. Let me see, what I can do here. So, and if this is a relationship, this is like, look, I've been really feeling taken advantage of in certain ways, or I haven't felt the energy being reciprocated. I feel depleted. I feel like I haven't been treated fairly here. And I love you, and I want this to work. I want us to grow together, but I feel like I've been up against a wall, or that I've been taken advantage of, or I've been treated unfairly in some ways. By doing this, you'll get what you're looking for. You'll get the thing that you sought out to do. If you come from a place of balance, of healing, of, intuitive wisdom, a place from the heart, okay, you will get the result that you're looking for. Yeah, it's like with the 7 of Swords here in reverse, it's like, don't come from the place of anger and upset, yelling, pissed off. That won't lead you. There's no road there. It's closed. Okay? We need to flip that around, and we need to, come be smart like a fox, be clever with how you come to the table. Get yourself prepared. Get what you're going to say prepared. Really understand how you feel and what you want out of this connection, out of this out of this thing. Really understand how you're feeling. Like, you have to look at the emotional intelligence of what you're saying, of how you feel, and not just spit out, I am pissed, or this sucks, or this is shit. It's like, you need to say, really take a look at your true feelings, at what it is at its very core. How, what this means to you, how you truly feel in the most mature and well-rounded way that you possibly can. Come from a place of truth, of honor, of honesty. And that will open the door. That will open the door to success, to what you want out of this connection, or what you want out of this opportunity or this thing. But if you come from a place of anger, of just like heat of the moment, it's like blocked. Nope. Because that your energy is going to be matched. It's going to be reflected back to you. So let's lighten it, come from a place of wisdom, of emotional understanding, of, honestly, where I'm coming from. This is serious to me. This is something that I need to communicate to you for this to move forward. Because right now, as it is, I'm feeling depleted. I'm feeling taken advantage of in some way. I feel left out. And so if you can honestly communicate, there's a lot of success. The success is there, is going to happen. It will be reciprocated. The energy will balance out. It will be an equal give and take. But you have to go inward, figure out exactly how you feel about it, figure out exactly how you've been feeling, so you can communicate that. Write it down. That's a great way to do it. Write it all down. How you feel, how you want to move forward, how you feel about this person and what they've been doing, and and how much you value them or this situation, this place. Really be honest with yourself, and then be honest with them, and come from a place of peace, of balance, of calm. That will open the door. That's going to open the door to this being successful, to the sun coming out, shining. Oh, so glad we had that talk, because I created this monster in my head, and maybe you're both doing that to each other because you're avoiding some conversation that needs to happen. You're avoiding something major here, and no one's understanding each other. And so once we can do that, it's going to open the door. It's going to open the energy. Light's going to pour in. Oh, thank God. You know, it felt so good. We needed to have that talk. It's like been a long time coming, and now we both get what we want. Now we're both happy, and we both get to succeed. We both get to flourish in this energy, and it feels good, and thank God, and we're grateful that it happened, right? Okay, so let's just, sorry, this is so crooked. Let's get any last advice from Spirit for you guys. So any advice for pile number 3? Any last advice for them going forward? I feel like Spirit's been pretty thorough here, but let's just see. Yeah, 8 of Swords. It's like this is self-imposed restriction. You feel scared to do this. It's like you feel scared. You want to do it. You know it needs to be done, but you're like, oh, I'm scared. What if they fire me? What if they break it off with me? What if, you know, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen if you come from a balanced place of calm and honesty. Okay? Balance. But it's like you're holding yourself back from having what you want because you're scared. You're scared of you're scared of having this conversation. You're scared of what will happen, but it needs to happen. Okay? And I promise you that once you do, it will give you the result you've been wanting. The Emperor. Yeah, taking the lead, being the leader here, and look at that. Okay, this could be, for some of you, because they came out together, this could be a partner in your life. Doesn't have to be a male, you know, just because it's the Emperor. But this is saying, if you take the lead, right, you will have the harmony with each other, and doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. Okay, this could be a boss, this could be a partner, but once you take it into your own hands and you're like, you know what, this needs to happen, I'm gonna do it, take action, this is the result. Okay, harmony, coming together, we both see each other. Yes, we're different, or this looks scary, right? But it's soft once I can come and understand it. The situation needs understanding. It won't be so scary once you can actually speak to each other, actually hear what the other has to say, and we can come together in harmony and union. And thank God. So glad that I did this, that I took the initiative, that I took the lead on this. And I was like, you know what, even though I'm scared of the result, I'm scared of leaving my comfort zone, I'm going to do it anyway, because this matters to me. This connection or this thing matters to me. And by doing this, you will get the result that you're looking for. You'll get the union. You'll get the harmony that you're seeking. Okay? Beautiful. I love it. So that's amazing, guys. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of understanding, of communication, especially with the lovers here. That's Mercury ruled by Gemini as well. So communication is key. Okay? That is your saying. That is your motto for the next while. Communication is key here. That is your key, literal key, to unlocking the door to your success, to what you want. So the conversation that you've been scared of having, that's the key. It needs to happen here. And I know it's going to take gonads here. It's going to take a little bit of, strength for sure, but it's going to pay off. All right? So thank you, pile 3, and I wish you guys nothing but the absolute best and all the blessings. I know you have a lot of success, and I feel like things are just going to begin to open up for you once this, this energy needs to be cleared with this conversation. We need a little understanding here. This reminds me of the Beauty and the Beast. And the Beast, it gets judged, right? Because it, maybe it lashes out sometimes, or it's misunderstood. I think that's the key here, is that this other person is misunderstood. So as long as when we can come together, communicate, we can understand each other, right? Okay, so that's what's gonna happen, and that's what needs to happen. So you got to make it happen here. All right. So best of luck to you, pile 3. Yeah, all the blessings along your path forward. Thank you for coming. Please, if this resonated, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss another reading. And please leave a comment. I'd love to know what's going on, what this situation is. Is there a conversation you've been avoiding? What is the end goal here? I'd love to know. So, yeah, please share. And I hope to see you guys on the next one. All right? All of my love. Peace.